Hello, Bethany family, and happy Wednesday. I'm here to do the Lenten pause with you today, and I'm so excited to look at a verse that's one of my favorites and also one that's very hard to live by. Our verse for today and our pause is James 1:19. My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. And our questions for reflection today, the first one is, being quick to listen is an enormous challenge in Western culture where we value speaking over listening. Do you know someone who's an intentionally deep listener? How does interacting with that person make you feel? I know several people who are very deep listeners and great listeners, and the way it makes me feel when they listen to me is that they care about what I have to say. And if they care about what I have to say, then they care about me. And that's a very profound concept. So as I'm thinking about being a deep and good listener, I want to make sure that I make people think that I care, not think, know that I care about them and care about what they have to say. The second question for reflection, social media provides a myriad of examples of what happens when people are not slow to become angry. How have indignation and anger taken over our various interactions with each other, and what might we do to counteract that harmful tendency? I was thinking about this and I thought maybe I should start with a confession. This is something that I have struggled with. I don't know if you know this, but pastors aren't perfect people. They're just people. And I can be very opinionated and have often had to apologize to people after conversations on social media and look forward to many more apologies in the future. But of course, since I work with children, I had to bring a little example. I'm sure all of you know what this is. This is a game or a craft called telephone, or I'm sure there's several names for it. The kids would make something like this to talk about listening or spreading messages, or maybe even spreading rumors is a lesson that you heard using this little craft. And I wanted to bring it to you today to talk about listening. I read that, and of course, you know how this works. You speak into it and your friend puts it on their ear and you see if you can hear what they whispered or hear what they said through a closed door. And that's always fun with kids. But I read that in days gone by, it was common for either children or people in a vulnerable position to carry around a piece of string in their pocket. And when they wanted to be heard and wanted someone to listen to them, they would take out that string and hand one end to the person they wanted to talk to, and they would hold the other end. And that's because it was connecting the speaker to the listener. And when you're holding a piece of string, this one's about 1.5 feet maybe. When you're holding a piece of string and standing that close to somebody, you're looking into their eyeballs. You're reading their body language. You're seeing what they have on. You're connected to that person in a way that screens take away from us. And it made me think that this is such a great example, and maybe we should even try this, that what you want to say to somebody should be able to pass the string test. Could you say that to them? Or would you want to, if you were holding one end and someone was holding the other end of the string, and you were looking at their eyeballs and recognize them as another human being, someone that you care about and someone that you want to make feel and know that you care about them. So maybe we can all keep that in mind. Does it pass the string test? And I say that with the qualification that I do realize that social media has also provided us a way to have important conversations with people that we normally wouldn't even be able to speak to. So it does have its advantages, but I think the string test might be something that I know I can keep in mind a little more, and maybe that's helpful to you as well. Have a wonderful day, Bethany.